So let's continue. I wanted to show you what I already made and what I already have. This is what I made following the different method, the one that I described for you in the last video. And what I did, I put all my motifs facing me with the right side, and those that are overlapping motifs or touching each other, I sew them together. And how I will use this and what I will do with it, I will show you in a different video. For now, I will just show you the places in where I placed yellow pin, show you the places I sewed my motifs together. So I sewed the stems of rose and the leaf to the main stem together. I also sewed the stems of those leaves together. I sewed this leaf, if you could see, this leaf and rosebud together, and I'll show it to you. You see? They overlap each other, they touch each other, and so this is what I did. I decided to sew them together. And the rest of the motifs that are touching each other, I sewed together. This place right here is quite funny and interesting. This is where our big rose will go. And so I really don't care how they will be on the back of my work. It will work really well. And so for now it looks like that. It's not the prettiest picture, but we don't care about this part. We more care about things that are open. I also sewed this rose to the stem because it's overlapping, and I decided to keep it that way. The leaf, this leaf, also on the back under the stem of the rose, is also attached to the main stem. And what else we will need? In order for us to start our background netting, and before I will start our next video where I will actually show and teach you how to connect everything with netting, before that we need the border. We need the border to which we also will attach our background netting. We need motifs, we have that, but we need the border. So for that I chose to crochet, and I'll show closer, over the packing cord, a cord that will be my border. And you need the length of the whole round, those 9 inches diameter, it's diameter, but you need to measure enough thread. For the packing cord I use totally different thread, as you can see, and you decide how thick it is. I have this not too thick, I don't want it too thick. It's some kind of mulberry silk I had for a long time. I don't use it. I really don't like the texture, how the clothes look like when you crochet with that on it. But I will use this for the padding cord. So I have this. I didn't even count how many times I folded this in half. All I did, I measured the distance of my circle, multiplied it by 2, and this is how many times the length of the padding cord I made. And then you can fold it later when you will create the thickness of your thread. This is when you fold it in half, and then crochet over the padding cord, the cord, your main cord. I used the color that I used for the roses right here, and just decided to use this color because it is very well complements my roses. I don't have too many of them, but I will have too many of pink, especially this my main rose is pink. So I didn't want to complement this rose, but I wanted to complement accents that I have of those roses. So this is the color I chose. I chose the lightest color. So before our next lesson, please crochet your cord and make sure that all your motifs are connected. All of them are connected, but this one just put aside to the very end when we'll finish our project. So you can use this method when everything is facing you, and then you connect those motifs that overlap or touch each other in the places where they touch or in the places they overlap, like this overlap, here overlap, and here overlapping. So I sew them together with the same thread that I was using for the leaves and for the stem. And that's basically it. And I am not unpinning it, I just keep it pinned for now, because in the next lesson I will continue teaching you what to do with this project afterwards, how we will prepare this for background netting. So before we will do, make sure everything is connected, or you using first method I showed in a few videos before, or in the last video I was showing how I connect my motifs and crochet background netting. This is the most important things that you need right now for the next lesson.